again, Apex lost their pick of Mirage. Let's see if they can bring a more stable structure to Overpass, the greatest test of a professional team in Counter-Strike today, if you ask me. My opinion is widely regarded as fact, I might add. Sassanito will be the raid boss for Apex. He'll have the dual elites or dual Berettas, depending on when you started playing Counter-Strike. He'll be the raid boss on that CT side. Connector, a very dangerous place when a team is on a force buy. Pistols can be quite dangerous here. Just the Glocks for now, though. Nealon making his way through. Acorn's going to have a PT-50, actually. And a smoke grenade as well. Hickson running distraction. Jacob's got to deliver these headshots, and he does. Bombs on the floor. Beautiful from Jacob. One tap and gone. I'm sure the commanders let me ace. No one's even been touched by these CTs just yet. Jacob willing to duel for this last one. Getting that reload in. Surely they let him go for this. Those headshots were nasty, and you can see why that bait setup was there to allow him to just pop them one after the other like a grape between two fingers. Nork with the last one, but that was such nasty work. They put the right man in the right place to deliver the goods, and boy, did he deliver those goods.
Pretty sure we saw a quad kill from Jacob in a previous pistol as well over on Mirage. Oh my god. You just want the last one clean. As soon as he starts missing the shots on the last one, it makes you a bit sad, because up until that point, the efficiency of those kills, incredible. And Jacob's definitely a man to watch here on Overpass. Around the bathrooms, around that ace site, he can always get in behind you. He is an absolute menace in those bathrooms. Definitely worth watching out for him. For now, nothing really for GamerLegion. Maybe someone else's turn on Apex to get some frags.
So good when you see them coming. I love the how important the shadows are on Overpass for situations like that where you can just start pre-firing. In a situation where you just minimize the variance that bit more. Very, very handy indeed. But again, I think as we go through this game of Overpass, especially from a CT point of view, if we get these late plays onto the A-bomb site, a CT smoke can be very, very powerful. Just a little deep on the steps heading towards the site where you'll see the T's shadows before they come out of the smoke. Very oppressive scenarios that can be created by the CTs if they hold on to the right utility. So we'll keep an eye out and see if that happens later on. But for now, it's the first buy round for GamerLegion, and the AK-47s are out.
Normally you get that AWP playing up on this A side of the map, but Nork doesn't have that. So it's actually an MP9 of Kixan in connector, and they're very happy leaving Jacob here alone in a lot of rounds, but Kixan caught out. Are they ready for Jacob, though? He's in behind. How many? He gets the first for free, but the other players have already rounded the corner. That nade could be good. It finishes off Nealon, and Jacob's still alive.
He is causing problems on this game. 6-0 is Jacob for now. His mere presence is becoming a nuisance now, hiding around the smoke grenade and really slowing down any intentions GamerLegions may have had. They need to solve the Jacob problem. That'll finally be done. But his delay has allowed Nork to get into a very superior position. Volt is in the red, carrying the bomb as well, which has surely been known. Spotted by Divider. And now things become even more awkward. Did Volt spot Nork, though? Looks like he did. Isaac is here to help as well. We've got people creeping on the bomb sites also. Kios down bank, and Sassanito making a course off guard, rotating over towards B. Isaac's dropped, but surely they realized that it wasn't the person who killed Jacob earlier on. So that bomb is still lurking, and now Kios is on the bomb site as well. 16 seconds for Volt to rotate, and he is in a CT sandwich. He's in all kinds of trouble now. Seiko has to get that frag. Job is done. Nork finishes off both, actually. And GamerLegion are still looking for more. Man, what a nervous scenario. It feels like we are still in that game of Mirage where things are just nervous and really going down to the narrow victories in the end, or the marginal situations there. T's in CT stairs to B, but they can't get the bomb on the bomb site either.
Yeah, just a bit of an oversight from GamerLegion around Jacob's position. And definitely expecting that Jacob-Nork combo on A to be incredibly strong feel like those two have a good understanding together. I've seen Kicksan help out on occasion as well. And so only 2 on the B site initially in this round, up against the Pistols. Have to make sure you delay, which they are doing. And they do now have Nork in connector, ready to be a fast responder if needed.
How long can Apex keep this run up? They look to enact revenge on GamerLegion. Oh, great timing on the flash. To no avail though. Assassinito is still running hot. B defense is looking solid enough for sure. Job done. 4-0. Fantastic start for Apex. Very strong start indeed. Again, GamerLegion have the better of their duels between these squads historically. Last time they played Overpass, it was a 69 for GamerLegion over Apex at the Blast Major. 16-10 the time before that. See if Apex can turn it around this time.
And even just in some of the recent maps that Apex have played of Overpass, have not been going well for them. Losses against Astralis, Sinners, and alternate attacks. They've come off to a strong start here. Barely any kills even for GamerLegion. That might be about to change. Nealon's got an opener this time. This gun round looking better for GamerLegion.
Heal spots two of the remaining 4 on that B bomb site. I don't know that they really had positions to do anything with that information over towards A. There are questions as to the makeup of the rest of the team. Jacob has been dependable. Stico and Nork haven't been fragged just yet in this game.
Oh. They're just so comfortable leaving Jacob solo A. It's crazy.
Ooh.
Nope. Yeah, okay.
Haven't seen the bomb, importantly. The bomb needs to be picked up by someone. Hasn't been seen by Apex just yet. With only 3 players remaining, they're a bit lacking in information now. The remaining positions are passive. Playing from the bomb sites, essentially. No one really trying to make a play. Tico will be with Sassanito on that B bomb site. Nork with the AWP. They will hope will be an early warning system. 30 seconds remain. There we go. And then it begins then. Nork holding down the long position. But this is where the problem is. He's cutting them down, Nork, with a 3rd kill. He has really made this winnable. Fantastic job by him. Dependable on that bomb site. Isaac needs to get a bomb plant here. But it seems he will save the AWP. Great play by Nork, holding down that long position. I can't believe he got so many frags from that, but GamerLegion don't know where the second of the 3 players is. Is he towards A? Is he being... Is Nork baiting for them, or is he on that B bomb site? Very hard to find out without it being very costly.
Incredible work here from these 2 A players so far. This 3rd shot from Nork was just ridiculous. He had to be so quick on the scope in, so quick on the trigger. This is reminding me of a map that Apex played against FaZe, I think it was, back at the RMR, where they got a really good CT side against FaZe off the back of Nork and Jacob. In that map against FaZe, Nork went 15-5 on the CT side, and Jacob went 17-12. They did go on to lose the map, but it really shows you that those 2 combining on A can be really powerful, can be really deadly. And GamerLegion are feeling that firsthand right here.
Ooh, oh, that's painful. 2 players getting lit up through connector. I've rarely seen so much success from that spray in a buy round. Kyo's really looking for that entry.
Yeah,
That's
really
got a good angle. There are still 4 players on this B bomb site. So there's much work for GamerLegion to do. They've got some flashes, but they're a little light on util now. Acor still looking for his first frag. Just not being given what they want. But what do they make of this? No one's peeking this angle. There's a minute left. Is there a read that they might have? Actually, Kicksands started to rotate away through the smoke. He probably doesn't see the bomb on the radar there. Sometimes you see enough when the smoke's fading, so I'm not quite sure. Holding steadfast with 3, and GamerLegion haven't really made a play just yet.
Gonna have to. 35 seconds. I think they may just feel forced into this B site. And honestly, with Apex's setup right now, I don't see them winning this.
First flash is avoided on Monster. There's the bomb spotted. 2 kills from Vault, but how much time is there to clear the rest of the bomb site? Perfect timing on that frag, despite the flashbang. And that was like a non-starter for GamerLegion. That one was, I don't know, they just kind of got lit up through connector, just waiting for their moment, waiting for the CTs to look for information for a punish, and they never gave them what they were looking for, and ended up just watching bread go stale, really.
Yeah. Has been a good start for the star players on Apex. I pointed out Nork and Jacob, both doing great work early. Assassinito also delivering a couple of rounds. Got 4 of his kills against Nico, but still good to see him do well. That nade on point onto Kios. Seem aware of that position, but Stiko a little concerned about connector, so tucks back, and somehow Kios wins that duel with the Tech 9.
Tech 9's the evil, honestly. So menacing. Maybe this 4 and 5 makes Jacob more proactive towards the upper area. The bomb's been spotted though. Molly's going to be down as well. Kickdown swings a bit wide there, and that's going to leave the B bomb site open as Nork starts to post up on Molly to try and delay this bomb plant. The 2-1-2, 1 rifle on the 2 remaining players for the T side. Looking for their first round. Surely Acor's position is very strong, but Nork will deliver. Jacob waiting for the info on the last man, Isaac, with only 1 frag so far. It has been an arid landscape for GamerLegion on their pick of Overpass. This could still be won by him. Who goes first or who finds the info? It's going to be Nork. You've surely seen him now and will deliver the goods as well. 12-1 is Nork as they move to 7 rounds Apex.
Nork on fire right now for Apex as they take that 7-0 lead. Just in general, GamerLegion, I like the switch up in that round. I think a problem they were having is the slow rounds. They were kind of losing info elsewhere. They're never really denying Jacob from getting info, so I like that they move in faster to B, and it nearly works out for them, especially thanks to Kios getting that initial opening for them. But Apex still able to rotate down just in time. Again, Nork reliable with that AWP, even when he's having to go in for the retake. He ends up getting both of those kills. Not always easy to do with the sniper. GamerLegion now back on AKs. AWP for Acor, but we've got to see them take a bit more map control early and either go for another one of those faster plays or try and deny some of this info that Apex have been getting. Because over towards A in a lot of rounds, they're helping get info and just stall out this GamerLegion T side.
Yeah, it feels a little uninspired at present. You wonder about the challenges that Apex have or have not had in the upper regions of Overpass thus far. Isaac. 1 frag. Will it spread?
Wow.
That does not bode well for Isaac. Doesn't matter anyway, because Jacob, he is so comfortable on Overpass at present. So comfortable. Finally, Nork is forced off the angle, and there is more presence shown in the upper area. Kiel still lurking towards B, though. No one in short B for him to tangle with. Assassinito and Stiko will be in situ on that B bomb site, but Kicksands in an interesting position. I do wonder about Neelan. He's rotating with the bomb quietly, it must be said. However, he is heading towards connector. Kicks in. The one down. The timing's not going to work out. Oh, that's brutal. He was there for so long. 37 seconds. Bomb heading towards connector. What do you make of that information? Acor's towards long, but he's on the opposite side of the map to the bomb. So does he try and pull a fake? Does he try and pull CTs towards that A bomb site? But with Jacob's position as well, there's so many questions to be asked. 20 seconds. That bomb heading towards Monster. Keel's dropped. How does Acor have a part to play in this one? Neelan's been seen. That's all the information they need. And down goes the bomb. They know there were grenades towards A earlier on. And Acor is not in a position to help. Very bizarre scenario there. The bomb carrier with the frag on connector. So awkward. But again, GamerLegion not really getting too far into these rounds, it feels like.
Yeah, GamerLegion go back to struggling to find an end goal in the round, really. And even though they got that killing connector eventually onto Kixan, he was there for so long that it made it really hard for GamerLegion to fake playing between the bomb sites at all. So I think Apex were able to figure it out pretty quickly. Again, in the mid and late round, Jacob is always getting active. That's something GamerLegion is struggling to deal with. Got this AWP of Acor running straight into short. He wants this fight early. Apex might not give it to him. Oh, there's the cross, but there's an AWP waiting.
Oh.
This shot's both ways.
So that one may be working out for Apex. Oh, the trade is so important. Finally, they've got something. But how fast will they go? Jacob's position will be key. He's been around the toilets for so many rounds. They are wondering about their 6. Does he hold position here? Or does he go further? Oh, the radar, the bomb. You have to wonder. Neelan moving alone. No one checking that long position. Timing could be really painful here, though. The Sanskis will be there for Jacob. Oh, hello. He's got to know that bomb's playing catch-up now. But what do his teammates do in the meantime? Isaac's looking towards the A bomb site because he knows they're going to try and rotate and support the defense of that bomb. So we're going to have action everywhere. In the meantime, Jacob thins the numbers as Acor makes his way. He's been spotted and Jacob's still alive. They've got a 1v1 for the bomb while Isaac tries to find something on this bomb site itself. Oh dear, it's falling to pieces again. The dream is collapsing. Nothing but nightmares on GamerLegion's pick of Overpass.
Oh, Isaac's going to hear this one player. A Nork with the AWP. Oh, timing against him. Or is it? He jumps back down. What a game Apex are having right now. What a map from Nork and Jacob. Nork 14-1. Jacob 13-2. And just the space that Jacob's getting. He's making the right move every single round. And this is why watching a good team, a good player on Overpass is so fun to watch, because you get so much space on that A side of the map. If you have a good feeling, if you have a good intuition, you can be an absolute menace. And that's exactly what Jacob's doing right now. He's just denying GamerLegion in every single round.
This is a hell of a response from Apex. I think there is a greater challenge for GamerLegion to offer from what we've seen in this T side so far, but Apex are taking the opportunities given to them. They're taking the advantages given to them, and Jacob is looking so comfortable in that upper area. 13 for 2, Nork 14 for 1. These numbers are incomprehensible on your opponent's pick of Overpass. Oh my god. Vault has been forbidden from stepping on Overpass, it seems, the way he just got fragged. Again, Jacob will be lurking in a more forward position, but continues to move back as they understand that maybe this is one of those rounds where you might want to play more range. You can see GamerLegion trying to find some mayhem. Nork will see them charging towards his position. That Mac-10 rattling off, but where is Jacob? He's holding down a long area. Flashbang keeps feeling alive for the time being. Maybe there's a chance at a bizarre first round. This might be the kind of round that GamerLegion need to just break the deadlock and find a way in. Utility will certainly help as well. This could prove expensive, and Apex might have to consider saving. Actually, Nork's got 9,000 in the bank, but the rest of the team are kind of short on money. Just GamerLegion are able to win by elimination. Again, we could look at a dramatically different scoreline at half-time. There could be 6 rounds in it for them. Easier said than done, though. Tech9 getting to work. That clock is ticking. 3 on 3. A tag, but no kill. And Nook will have to back off. Again, very, very hard to get back in that scenario. Maybe threw some good money off the bat there, but GamerLegion are finally on the board.
Yeah, Nork will want a couple of those earlier missed shots back. 2 missed shots on the approach to the A site allows GamerLegion to close the distance. And then Jacob looked like he was about to be overlooked. But as he comes around the corner, GamerLegion finally figure out, okay, if we're not getting contact on the site, we've got to be concerned about A-Long. He's played there previously. They're able to take him out early. Just those smokes lock out the retake attempt for so long. So finally, GamerLegion on the board. Waited far too long to get their first round win. But it's still salvageable in this half. If they can find a few more, not going to be easy when Nork's playing like that, though. 17 for 1. Astounding scoreline.
Yeah, this is oppressive. Before I can even say, you know, this is a key round for GamerLegion, break the money, blah, blah, blah. Like, if they could actually put Apex and Eco, maybe they get 5 rounds in this half. Look at that peek from Jacob. He's giving them nothing for free. Oh, you thought he was running, but he's standing his ground. Oh, it's a no-scope. Oh, okay. I just saw it coming. Everything's going their way. But wow. Okay, opening frag for GamerLegion then. 2 versus 5 made 4. Oh, dear. What is the psyche like for a team experiencing this? After they win their opponent's pick and they look like the more stable team, then just to get smashed from pillar to post round after round in this scenario. What is the conversation like between rounds?
Stico's pushed through B now. So if they wanted to go back, they'd be locked in. I mean, 25 seconds. I don't even know if they would have time to go back, but even saving is not a certainty here with Stico closing in. Does he clear the left corner, though? Does he really? Oh, he does. He doesn't get the kill.
Wow. Speed run from Apex. Revenge speed run. Looking like nightmare mode for GamerLegion. They haven't been able to stop Jacob. He hasn't really had much in the way of denial around the positions he wants to play in the upper regions around the toilets. And those forward positions are so good for so much information. If you can't force the CTs back, and you've got Sassanito to deal with on that B bomb site as well. That's before we get to Nork and the amount of frags he's delivered with that AWP. Yeah. Let's not forget that multi-frag, holding that long position where they couldn't trade him. Not much in the name of hope. It's looking quite desolate for GamerLegion.
Pretty bleak right now on the GamerLegion side. They are firmly in the tundra. They want to find some greener pastures going forward. Again, Jacob getting left solo on A. It feels like this has to be punished at some point. You have to set the tone. You're not going to let Jacob get up to whatever he wants on this bomb site. He is falling back into bathrooms. He does now have a rotate helping. See Jacob always wanting a fight, but this time he's finally traded.
Kixan is picking up the slack immediately, though. He could flank relatively early. And of course, you're not going to be straight onto the bomb site because you're going to have to clear their positions. They may read a commitment to that B bomb site, but if they do, does that make Kixan even more important kills of a running headshot? That is the key frag, surely, for the remainder of this round. If they lose that, then who knows how this one goes, but they've certainly given themselves a great chance and a tough decision for Apex now. You want to play for this round and potentially lose and open the door for 5 at halftime for GamerLegion? Their money's not great here. And it has to be a consideration for them, but they've made it a 3-on-3. Flashes are here, but Bolt gets a blind one. Here's the trade, though. No more util beyond a flashbang for Nork. Sassanito is dropped, and money is falling for Apex as well. Nork in the clutch now. He's got a kit after what he did earlier. Wouldn't put it past him if they give him the frags. But if they stay hidden, then he'll have to fall back as well.
No need to give him the fight. They realize they tuck back and take a second round. Desperately needed for GamerLegion at this point. And As I was just saying, I think it's really important that they've finally shown that they can deny Jacob early, because it wasn't just the kills he was getting. It was the information, like you pointed out. Still came somewhat close, but that was a nice move from Acor forwards. Risky play, but one that he realized he could use to catch that opponent off guard after he got the info. And if you hit the shot, then the confident play will pay off. And so Apex finally forced into a timeout because their money is actually a little awkward ahead of this one.
Yeah, I don't think it was wrong to go for the round there for Apex, but there's absolutely a consideration to just have the most oppressive scoreline possible at halftime. But they've got a pretty reasonable buy with the money they had remaining. There are some shortcomings, of course. Deco on the MP9, Kicksan on the FAMAS, but maybe he can find a way to get that French gun working. One defuse kit on Nork as well. Jacob still has his primary weapon. Now, will there be a change in approach from Apex on the upper area? Do they think that maybe Jacob's being somewhat targeted by Apex now, or by GamerLegion rather, with the numbers at the very least? Apparently, well, there'll be more aggression from Apex at least. Nork is there with the AWP. We've seen so many rounds where Apex have had 4 players on that B bomb site. This time it's 3. You're even more aggro. Kios walking in, getting traded. Sassanito with 2. Deco gets 1 for free. Moonwalking Volt, maybe waiting for a flash over the top. Deco is ready for it though, and that is a great response from Apex. But this is a winnable round for GamerLegion. Isaac making his way through, or trying to, falling back. There will be sound cues here for Apex. Bristle round for both now. And this 2-on-3. Knocks off angle. Will be strong though. Scopes in already. Wouldn't have been heard by GamerLegion. Walking into a sandwich. Great tag there. Acor in the red. That looked like it was on, but Sassanito will finish off the job. 3 kills in the round for him. Bomb secured, and not much for Isaac left to do.
35 seconds. Bomb firmly out of his hands. This time it's Sassanito's turn to step up. Haven't said his name as often, but he's also been a very good player here for Apex. Isaac will try and move in, but Nork almost flawless in this half. 18-1 now. One of the best stat lines you're going to see at a half here for Nork if he keeps this up.
There even seemed some hesitation at the end of that round in what the remaining T was supposed to do. It looked like he was heading towards the save, and he went back and decided to go into connector. So I don't know, there's lack of confidence, I'm not sure, from GamerLegion, but this is absolutely not what we were expecting. But a fantastic response from Apex. Again, best one put under the cosh and delivering on their opponent's pick of Overpass. Oh, Jacob somehow still gets one from that, getting even more aggressive Apex as we head towards the dying rounds of the first half.
I think GamerLegion have got to take that as a pretty big win. You steal away another rifle, and you get Jacob out of the round early. So now any mid-round aggression might be more difficult for Apex to accomplish. It's still a 4v4 though, so Overpass already quite a big map. It opens up even more. And Nork is peeking into mid. That's giving Apex a little confidence that they can rotate players back down to B, but it might be false confidence because A-long is wide open. And Nork could be put in a real high pressure position here as they start to close in from the flank.
Lovely flick from Nork, but will it distract away from the site? Putting up a defense for himself. Doesn't know what is around him. All right then, 4-on-3 retake scenario for Apex. Volt's in a very strong position in the bank. Steeko's here as well, Volt looking for more. Isaac is here with a Mac 10. Strong position for Acor. This round might be worth 2 for GamerLegion if they can convert it. So awkward for both. Mac 10 on the reload. Steeko's got the sound cues. Nork on the site having a look. And Mac 10's in a sandwich, forces it back open again. What is there for Nork to do now? Lovely flick. Has the kit. Acor's miles away. Acor can't defend this bomb site. Oh, it's too late to defuse the bomb now. He came off the bomb. Most unfortunate, but also pretty wild. That Eichel's defending the bomb from Divider, but is planted for CT. But here we are. They got their round, and they broke the money for the CT. So there's a chance for 4 now, and maybe that'll be enough. Who knows?
Yeah, it was Eichel who got that kill on A long earlier, so I was wondering if the comms would be there for Nork to just take the risk and stick the defuse, but doesn't happen. Maybe just getting a little too hectic in all of that madness on the A-bomb site. So a chance for GamerLegion to try and at least find 4, and maybe a chance. Overpass can be quite a CT-sided map. Let's see if GamerLegion can convert, though. Apex will buy what they can. Sanito only has a USP. A couple of flashes is what he decides to go for. Look to set up his teammates in this one. There's a gamble in connector from Apex. 2 players stacked there. Hoping they'll find some contact. Doesn't look likely, though. Kios taking B short control for now. Hello. That's a good start from Stiko. AK recovered.
Cutting the side half of the smoke now. Oh, the P250 will do enough. 3 on 3. Isaac with 13 HP. They are relying on Volt to make a play. Surely he goes towards that B bomb site. The rotation would be long and risky otherwise. Hiding on the site for now as Nork continues jiggling, changing his elevation but unable to avoid the lead from that AK. And now that flank can begin. 35 seconds on the clock. Seeker's got a rifle though. There's the bomb dropped. He'll be traded. And it's down to Sassanito, the man with the impact frags. Could be on the bomb site, could be on short. Acor slowly making his way in. Where does the cover come from? Gonna go ahead of that smoke. Plant's coming on the other side. Killer running through, but denied. GamerLegion will find a 4th round as we head towards half-time. This is the kind of score that I think Apex could have had on their CT side of Mirage. Didn't happen, but here we are. For the first half of Mirage anyway, but they have at least managed to achieve that on this occasion. Comeback is looking good so far. Desperate rounds, but will they be enough? 4 rounds at half-time, moving to the CT side of Overpass. This is their pick. If they can be successful in the CT on this pistol, then maybe they can show us why this was picked, because we're still waiting to see that at the moment. A big pop flash, and so far so very good for GamerLegion, looking sharp immediately in this pistol.
Yeah, nice start with the counter utility. Volt getting that initial kill through mid as well. Fight's coming to Stiko. Maybe not needed to take that one, but Stiko is now alone. That's going to put him in an almost impossible position. Bomb was dropped. Isaac has even moved forwards here. So Stiko struggles to clear that angle. Nice crouch from Isaac, who gets a quad kill with those dualies. And now GamerLegion showing us they have some life left in them here on Overpass.
Very promising start indeed. See if their CT side can be as oppressive. The luxuries of the CT side, the shadows, the angles have gone for Apex now, and things must be done the hard way. Haven't really invested into this pistol, this second round here. We've got a Desert Eagle for Nork, but that's all there is to really talk about. So the AKs will be coming out very soon indeed. Let's see what they're able to do. Let's not forget that Glock round we saw on Mirage. Catastrophes are certainly possible. They may wait out the utility in this one. There'll be 3 M4s for GamerLegion though, which means there'll be less util available to them. And Nork can go fishing with this Desert Eagle. Try and find a jewel at range.
I feel like they've got to hope they get timing on this jump peak. Actually, the jump peak stopped now from GamerLegion. Maybe A long would be a little exposed briefly. Oh, there's the jump peak, but no shot landed from Nork. 3 CTs on A as well. GamerLegion very ready for this.
Getting entertained while they try to close the distance, but Volt is holding the position down. Good teamwork from GamerLegion to get a smooth 6th round on the board. They go past the halfway mark then. far as their opponent's score is concerned. But again, that was a minimal investment from the T side. The AK-47s will be coming out as well. Maybe less if they need to prioritize grenades. But the synergy between the CTs was certainly here, making sure the angles were covered. Now let's see what Apex can do. So North will be on the Galil in order to get the required utility up. 24-4 is Nork. I think the easiest rounds have come and gone for Apex. This will be a completely different challenge on their T side.
Very forward position from A-Court. Sometimes can be an off angle. It doesn't get cleared initially, but it's a committed position, so it will be traded. Now look at Volt, though. They look like they have almost entirely overlooked Connector right here. Finally, they look back, but Volt wins the duel. And now Apex realize they might be trapped in towards this A side of the map, and still GamerLegion continue to fight them.
Zico and Jake can remain. Are we going to see a mirror of that first half where things adjust so hard for the T side? Certainly will be in this round. Made worse by Volt's position on short, looking for that headshot, but running out of ammo. Oh dear. What part will that have to play in the remainder of this round? Now the bomb can get planted. Confidence will be rising. 4 HP for Steeko. Just couldn't find that headshot they were looking for. Oh, Neelan's patience pays off. That may make the difference, but Jacob has been one of the key men for Apex in this game so far. In the clutch now, looking for 3. Where have they all gone? Got the right tool for the job. He's got the AK-47. He's found himself a 1v1, but Neelan will deliver. 3 stand for GamerLegion as they make their way to 7.
Finally, that defuse will come through, and GamerLegion really stepping it up now. And this is always a concern when you have a really good CT side on Overpass. If it's not your map pick, it's not a map you're that comfortable on, the T side that can be really a problem when you're trying to get that map control. If those protocols aren't there, you see GamerLegion just able to come up through Connector, fight with confidence. And Apex forced into another timeout because they still have a lead, but it is starting to get a little close now. Still 4 rounds in it. It feels like GamerLegion have really come to play here on this CT side.
See what Apex have in mind with the utility they have purchased. Everything is deliberate with a team like Apex. Got a lurk smoke through Monster in the Apex squad, which may compel GamerLegion to dump more utility at the beginning of this round. And it's going to be a shooting gallery for him, but there will be a trade. Question of how much damage they can do for Apex. Probably hinging, trying to get a bomb plant here. That may or may not happen. Neelan still in a good position to buy time for that rotation. We see a second man coming through. I mean, Nork could fall back and just reset this situation entirely. There's still over a minute on the clock in a 1 versus 3. That would at least force one of the CTs to go back towards the A-bomb site. So he can hold position for a while and spread out GamerLegion somewhat.
Try and do exactly that. You see the minimap with Volt rotating up to A, so they are starting to spread on the CT side. GamerLegion happy to play without the info, though. Not going to look to spot Nork. They're going to force Nork to take the first fight. 32 seconds. Finally, Nork will make that move. But AK up against him in the hands of Neelan. Might be a tricky fight to win. They're playing really passive here. Might even be the AWP to take first contact. No, even Akor's sitting back. Wait for Nork to move all the way into the site before Neelan finally hits him with the off angle. Very well done by GamerLegion, just making sure there was no way into that one.
That lead is deteriorating. It's slipping away pretty quickly for Apex, although now their full buys will start to come through. I'm not sure we've seen a bomb plant just yet. Oh, we have seen one actually. But let's see if we can see one in a full buy round like this. HE grenade left in spawn for the time being. Prompt takeoff connector. It will always be a concern for the T side when that door's been blown off. You'll have to force the CT away if there is one up the stairs to stop the T player getting pinned. I feel like they must have seen Jacob as they fell off there. No damage done though. So Apex have prioritized urgency in round 20, aggressively taking short B and clearing out the connector position as best they can.
What's the timing like for Volt? Looks like he's got great timing. Oh, but no frag! Kickstand somehow turns it round on towards him. He was throwing nades when he got peeked there. Volt will want that one back, but now we'll see the aggression. Jacob ready to deny. Raids favoring Apex, and they should have clear access to that B bomb site.
Assassinito. Not sure if he was aware of Neelan. He did get a frag earlier on. Lineup is absolutely perfect. 38 seconds. Assassinito's creep can increase now, but the angle is somewhat oppressive for the time being. Oh my god, he had to deliver that one. He's been so dependable, Assassinito, but on this occasion, capitulation. Nork looking for that second player then. Neelan changing his position. Where does Nork go? He's got to go and find a kill from somewhere. Cannot just stand his ground. Surely he's heard in the water. Bomb's not planted for him, and Neelan has a kit. Neelan has the only kit. As Acor will show some presence. Nork has half the info now as Neelan's changed his position. See that face happening. Oh, Nork! Oh, he was so close to that. I can't believe he even got Acor in the first place. They're really trying to bait him to look the wrong way, and he still almost got both kills.
So close there. Spots Neelan on the site, but realizes that means the Heaven player will peek. Decides to flick up instead. Nearly got awkward there, but Neelan able to trade. And so GamerLegion able to turn the round into their favor, and that looked so good for Apex. You can't be mad at the position Apex got themselves into. Just missed shots maybe as they approach the B bomb site. Assassinito not making the most of his opportunity. And now GamerLegion are right back in this one. Just 2 rounds the difference. Apex able to get another buy on board, but they have not won a single T round so far in this half.
Watch your legs, Deco. Neelan's a footman. He let him get far enough to ideally not get around the corner in time. Somehow Stico is still standing. So there's a boost towards B. I mean, it's not much information. You're going to expect the lion's share of CTs on that B bomb site early, as is common on Overpass, but Apex still have 5 players up. Focus on B as far as the bomb is concerned. Assassinito still creeping. Tico ringing the bell, refusing to leave that connector position. Maybe it's time for the rest of the team to make a play now.
Contact through Monster. Flash goes in, but Acor doesn't even get his gun out in time. Nork finds the initial entry. What is the response from Apex? 25 seconds. I think they have to commit this bomb into the B site now, and that's despite the rotate arriving. Wow. Kills all over the bomb site, but it's still Apex up, and another shot from Nork. Can Volt do anything here? Smoke goes up, he goes through, planted on the far side, and Assassinito keeps his team safe as Apex finally pick up a T round.
So key they had the presence of mind to plant the bomb in the correct place. That grenade from Stico in the water, though, was wonderful. That's such an important frag, such a hard position to deal with sometimes as well. Really key to open up that bomb site for the rest of the squad. Again, they've done their work. It finally pays off for them. But they've got to string the second round together. This is the key round where they can break GamerLegion. They'll have no money in the bank if they are to lose this round. So this is super key for them as well. But they have to be brave enough to play their game, not be afraid to lose. That often leads to loss anyway. You can see how aggressive they are now. Vault's got to be careful with the barrel of his gun when he's looking to that right-hand side. Nork's got the info. Vault's on an island. If they can deal with Vault, then the teams are going to be in a lot of trouble. That's exactly what will happen. Only 3 players remaining for GamerLegion with 1:20 on the clock.
Gonna have to pull something off here, and the aggression out monster from Isaac could help. That's good info at an awkward angle to clear. Even with a 5-7 in his hands, he could get multiple kills if they come his way, especially if it's only 2 T players in position here. If the first man goes down immediately, it might be hard for them to trade this.
Whoa.
Oh boy. Okay, the bomb gets back. That's good for them. But now it's an AK for Isaac, and he goes back to short. Oh, what a shot!
Steaker sleeping there. He's going to win the round single-handedly. This is unbelievable. This is the round where Apex had to break, but they just allowed Isaac to walk in and maul all of them. A 4K single-handedly keeping GamerLegion in the fight. That's a monstrous round to win and a disastrous round for Apex to lose.
We had 1 or 2 swing rounds on the first map where GamerLegion won at key moments, at key junctures to win that map. This could be another one of those. And it's Isaac again. His positioning has been so solid. I feel like he catches players off guard a lot of the time. Sneaking in through Monster, getting that first kill, really threw a wrench into the plans of Apex, really threw them for a loop there. They couldn't handle him. And now their economy is gonna feel the wrath of that. Just 2 rounds in it, but GamerLegion have been really good in this half. They've been looking like they could absolutely make this comeback happen. GamerLegion would love to build up some money in this round though, because look at their loss bonus. If they were to lose at any point, they would be in so much trouble with the money they have currently in bank. So important that GamerLegion don't take many casualties, assuming they win this round.
What a turn of events. Opportunities missed for Apex. Very dire situation for them. Five on 4, but still, this is a very ropey round for them. Very ropey. Asking a lot for trade frags with these Desert Eagles. They got a second entry though. That could be interesting. Also, these positions of GamerLegion. We'll see if Vault gets anything done with the 10-4A4. Hasn't been spotted just yet, but Apex are all over the bomb site.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb planted with 4 players standing. This is so strange. Now Vault comes through from the back, and there's a lot for Apex to do, but perhaps everything is a bonus beyond this point. Bomb plant for them, a swing and a miss from Sassanito. Leaves Nork and Jacob to do the heavy lifting here in a 2 versus 4. But where are they? There's Nork at the front of the side, delivering one, delaying somewhat. Then Jacob down to him to do the rest, but Nealon will clean him up very quickly indeed. So despite the awkward positioning, GamerLegion survived with 3. Just 1 round behind now. But Apex did enough. They got a few kills. They planted a bomb, and they've got plenty of money for this round.
Yeah, I think that is fine for GamerLegion, all things considered. Yeah, you do allow the bomb plant, but keeping 3 alive was probably the most important thing. Trying to keep your own economy at least somewhat good. And it also was just good positioning from GamerLegion to be able to set up in that retake. Big round here then. Apex will do what they can, but they've only picked up a single T round as we get the guns back out. Smoke down early for Jacob. Isaac briefly blinded. Jacob sneaks in below, so they drop back, and Acor, the movement almost cost him, but look at Volt. He's set up for a freebie all the way in behind. Stico will bring one back, so immediately into even numbers.
Yeah, and Apex make sure they've got a window of opportunity on this B bomb site based on the positions up top, but if you don't get that kill, it's quite risky to make a forward play. GamerLegion have retracted in the upper areas. Nako will be in position to support the B bomb site one way or another. Minutes on the clock for Apex. 2 more leads and 3 smokes. There is an execute to be had. Kicksan rotating with that bomb. What are the ultimate intentions of Apex, and what is their read of these CTs? I hear these flashes as GamerLegion look for information.
Rotators arriving. Volt's going to put himself on long. This could allow a nice little crossfire if those two players can work together here for GamerLegion. Keel's moving in, denies the first man, who is so far ahead of the rest of the pack. 15 seconds. They need these kills, and they need them now. Volt coming into position. They're not ready for him. And that is GamerLegion tying things up. This is only a single T round now for Apex, and you can see GamerLegion growing in belief with every round they win.
If we go back to the beginning of Overpass, I mentioned the CT smoke on the stairs. That's very oppressive if it's put up late round because the T's run through it. Their shadows show before they're even out of the smoke. That's the smoke I was talking about. You can see how much hesitation it causes. There's a big gamble there, but look, they're all stuck. They know there's a CT behind, and it's a really rough situation for them. Even worse by the fact that there's a sandwich as well. That smoke is so hard for a T side to deal with, especially if that clock is running down. Everybody tunnel vision on that truck position, only to fall from the other side when it was needed. GamerLegion have been on a tear in this CT half, and now the score is tied. Apex have their backs firmly to the wall now.
That smoke just rolled under the truck. That's a bit of a shame. But it's all good. Those were just extra nades GamerLegion are buying because they're so rich right now. They should be in good shape in this round. Apex's buy. It's a little awkward. Still got an AK, still got a chance to try and do some damage in this round. 3B early for GamerLegion. Fairly standard, but it's the AWP of Acor, which might be a little unexpected. Allowing him to take initiative, and they swing into Monster as well. Isaac is having a really good series for himself here. Continues at the top of the board for GamerLegion. Stico is going on a solo mission with this AK, but look at that off angle from Volt. Very hard to clear that. The AK's gone, and GamerLegion looking very good to take the lead for what would be the first time on this entire map.
Feels like Apex are going to have to dig deep and produce something. Not the fullest buy in this round, but it does feel like their ideas bank has been drained by GamerLegion. Both teams struggling on the T side. But now they've lost the lead. Maybe that'll be the inspiration they need to try and turn things around here. Apex came into this half with great KDs. Mostly the death side of things that has been filled by GamerLegion. 3 rounds away from a 2-0 then.
Getting close now. And on the Apex side, you've got to feel bad for Nork. Not just because of how good he was in the first half, but still been putting up a few frags in this second half as well. This has not led to round wins here. 27 and 12. AKs are back out for Apex. Who can step up for them? They've only won a single T round in their 10 attempts. Aggressive maneuver from GamerLegion. They've got 3 players up on A early and 1 man in connector. This is a huge switch up from GamerLegion. I mean, mid's taken, but this B site is really weak right now. This is a chance for Apex.
Yeah, Kios could have something to say about this, although he's rotating the long way. He's leaving connector, if I'm reading the radar correctly. Neelan may have something to play, but they're wondering where everybody is. What is the read here from Apex? There's no one on the bomb side, basically, apart from Isaac at the back, who's playing retake with his teammates. So they must really have outmaneuvered them, but they're going to have to watch their backs in all directions. Close to the smoke, spotting Isaac. But what about the players coming in from the back? What about Kios in connector? What about Neelan outside Monster? There he is. Kios swinging through short now. Neelan just trying to run distraction in the meantime. It's a big peek from Sassanito, but down he goes. The numbers are dwindling for Apex. There are kits for 3 of the 4 GamerLegion players, and they're all in the water. Apex going down one by one, and these numbers will swarm and trade. A wipeout. 3 survive for GamerLegion as they move to 14.
I mean, that's one of the upsides GamerLegion have of taking so much A info and leaving B open, is that if you're just stuck on the bomb site in a post plant on Overpass, it's not that great for you. And you see that Short gets cut off, Monster gets cut off. You're all just stuck on the site where there's barely any cover. You're all just cowering in the water, cowering down below the site. And it means that GamerLegion coordinate this retake really well. You see players getting caught in the back, players getting swarmed from all angles. And GamerLegion just 2 rounds away from a massive comeback here. Oh, huge nade. One for one early. Volt, gotta be careful. There are T's waiting. He didn't seem to realize. So Apex with an advantage early. They're ready for the monster aggression. And finally, something working out for Apex.
Sassanito will grab the bomb. These T rounds have been so hard to come by for both teams. It probably feels worse when you build that lead on a CT side and lose it. Experiencing the same as your opponent. Long spray from Nork will deliver and draw Neelan over. All the information they needed. Great headshot from him as well. There's money in the bank for GamerLegion though. They can survive this test. At least one play with 11,000. So there's much more work for Apex to do.
On the first map, it was Sassanito who did absolutely everything for Apex, and they still couldn't win it despite his 40 kills in that double overtime game. This time it's Nork, whose numbers are just absurd. He's got 31 kills. He's won 6 opening duels. Never been the first man to die in any of these rounds. A lot of moldy kills in the mix for Nork, over 100 ADR. He does not deserve to lose this map. But Apex are down right now. They need to find more. As you said, still money for GamerLegion. If they were to lose this round, there might be some economy issues, but they still have a bit of money in the bank. Let's see if Apex can keep it up. They handled the CT aggression in that round. This one looks like a more standard start to the round from both sides. That smoke has not extinguished the molly for Jacob. Still good. He'll move into position eventually. Big damage onto Isaac.
Nobody home. In they tried to go. Jacob stuck behind the molly. Shrapnel coming their way. Look at the support flashes for GamerLegion as well. 2 frags cut the site in half and fall back. The numbers are here as well. So many issues for Apex. Bastika will try and do what he can. More is required, but more is not coming. Only more CTs on this B bomb site are coming, and it's match point for GamerLegion.
An 11-4 half for Apex has so quickly turned against them here in this second half. GamerLegion only dropping 2 rounds on their CT side, looking so good for them. Apex facing elimination here at their opening match of GAMERS8 2023. Can anyone step up for Apex? They need someone and they need something now. Has that orb. Could that be the difference? Opening pick found against Acor. An advantage for Apex to work with.
Still trying to hold on our Apex. Salt may have a lot of sound cues. And help appears to be on the way. A complete abandonment of that B bomb site, but Apex would never know it. So they'll give themselves an extra man, so to speak, by fully committing to the A bomb site. I kind of love this, especially with the time on the clock. Then there were 3. You have to wonder if we're heading towards overtime territory once again with the money on GamerLegion, but they have something to say about this round.
Ooh. Isaac's normally the B player, so I think they figured out that B might be open, but GamerLegion rotate back in time.
Two of them lining up, and Neelan goes for a spin. 4 on 2 then, and GamerLegion have to think about the next round here. Oh, that's a good delay. That makes this round actually more fightable. Maybe they'll commit to losing everything and down to the 2-1-2. Maybe they'll just win it here as well. Oh, what is happening to this round? Jacob in the clutch has got to get around the corner. Completely blind now. Kios full health, full deliver. I thought GamerLegion were posturing for a save, and instead they win the match at 2 versus 4. Utterly crazy
Apex.
scenes.
Brutal, but GamerLegion, what a performance from these guys. A massive comeback on that second half. And honestly, it sums it up nicely. Even when they were down, they found ways back into these rounds.